What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dogman here, and what I'm getting ready to show you guys is my DIY do-it-yourself internal aquarium filter. Okay, first off, I want to say shout out to CKCK'S and shout out to JW Heiser. You know, you guys always posting some DIY stuff, and I figured I'd, post one my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Well, basically, with this filter y'all get ready to see is basically the same thing that y'all have probably just seen in CKCK'S video, which he used with the PVC. But what I used is a 1 gallon plastic container. Okay, and what I did was I drilled 1/4 inch holes all along the bottom. Okay, and what I did was drill a 3/4 of an inch hole inside the lid. That piece isn't in there right at the moment because I just put it in there, but pretty much you get the idea of it. All I gotta do is press it in there evenly. You know what I'm saying? So don't mind that. Don't mind that. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Don't mind the fact that that's in there lopsided, as y'all can see. I haven't pressed it down all the way. All I gotta do is press it down. It's no big deal. But basically, this is the bottom piece that goes on the power head. You know, it's in there pretty snug. Pretty damn snug. It's not wobbling or nothing. No, I shake it. It's not loose. It's in there snug. Okay, that's what you guys want. The reason why I did it at 3/4 of an inch because right here for this lip, at this lip, not this fat part, but on the inside, it's at the spot right here. If y'all can see that, I don't know how clear it's coming out, but right there is 3/4 of an inch thick, all the way up to this fat lip. So when I press it all the way in there, it's hard to do it because it's so snug with one hand, but basically it snaps all the way to that lip, and it's snug. Okay, it's not going anywhere, and that's the bottom piece to this power head. It will be sitting in there. Basically, it'll look like this. Hold up, give me a second. Okay, and this is how it'll look when it's in there. All right, that's how it'll look. Basically, pour the water up through the bottom, up through all my filter media, and right out of there. And in this bucket I poured out some of my used filter media, my bio balls. Let me see, I pour some out. I have some that's filled. These are the snap open ones. You can fill them with whatever kind of media you want. See, that's the lip right there. You pop it open, and I currently had these black ones filled with carbon. When I got the regular, then I got the regular bio balls, and I had the ones that's filled with foam. Okay, and I'm also going to be putting some of my used, as y'all can see, they're covered. They're already covered. I'm gonna use some of those also as my media. Y'all getting a look at my drill. I just did this whole thing, and I'm just putting this. I haven't even put it in my tank yet. I did one like this back in the day, and since I did that video of me telling you guys how I was gonna stick with what used to work for me and which I had no problem doing, so basically that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going back and I'm doing all kind of changes and doing things the way I used to do it, the way I like to do it, and what works for me. And like I said, this internal filter I built back in the day worked wonders for me, along with the filters that I have on there and my sump. So I'm building another one. This one is going to be a little bigger. You guys can build it to however size kind of power head you guys got. But like I said, I got a pretty big power head. It's going in my big tank, so I need a big filter. I can, these jugs come in handy if you don't have any extra PVC around the house, or if you can't get to any, and you have extra jugs that's only been used for water. You know what I'm saying? And no kind of cleaning material. And it has no metals feel free that you can use it. You know, that's what I did. So basically, I didn't pay for any of this. This is around my house. You can also, you know, if you have a little small, like my boy D, he has turtles. Like, don't use this container. I had juice in it, but I did it. This was my practice run to make my hose. As you can see, it was a little sloppy. I had to get the drill bit in there correctly, so you can see, a little sloppy. But then I went back and I did it again, and it came out just the way it's supposed to look, evenly clean. And I did this over an empty milk jug carton. So see all these different carton sizes. You know, you can these can be used as ideas of what you guys can, how y'all want to build jars. Any of these cartons to do, any of them. Okay. You know, you just measure it at this point, or at the point of the filter piece that you would like it the hole to be. You drill that hole, you snap it on there. Make sure that the lid is a screw-on lid though, not one of them pop-off ones. Make sure it's a screw-on one. And you basically just fill it up with the media. This filter floss right here, I'm about to cut the size. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this up with my media, and at the top I'm gonna stuff it. I'm gonna stuff this inside the lid, guarding this filter piece right here to make sure none of my media gets up in it. So hit it, because like I said, I'm also gonna be putting these. Got a bag. I'm also gonna be putting these media up in there, and these are small. And I don't want them to get up in there. And that's just also just to, you know, get any little particles. You know, maybe one of these videos I'll actually show y'all it running. You know, y'all can look forward to that video. But this is basically a video of how I did it. Like I said, I drilled 1/4-inch holes all along the bottom, stagnated like one above the other, all the way around the bottom. No farther than no higher than 2 inches off of the bottom is what I did. And like I said, by these containers, y'all, given the size of your power head, y'all can use the same idea on any of these things. You know, if you rinse this out, this milk container out, rinse it out pretty good using only water, and rinse it out, rinse it out, rinse it out. You know, maybe you can use that. You get the label off, or even this. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have anything like, but I prefer using jugs that I haven't, like I said, anything in, and that's what I did. This is the gallon jug. I'm gonna fill it up with my media, my filter. I'm gonna snap on this lid, and it's going in my tank. And like I said, I'm just using things I had around my house. I had a bunch of extra ones inside my sump. I put them to use. You know, if you guys, you know, you can also put those sponge pads that you know, a lot of people, you might see a lot of people use them little round coil pads. You can put those in here. You can fill this up with anything that you like to use as media. Anything. The load on this is for a filter is excellent. You can load this up excellent. Like I said, that's a gallon. That's a little over a gallon. Matter of fact, this is 19 cups, a 19 cup jug, and I believe a gallon is 16 cups. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this is my DIY filter, and hopefully, you know, you guys like the idea, and y'all want to try it too. Alright, shout out to everybody out there in the cichlid community, all my homies out there. It's too many of you guys for me to name right now. I don't want to feel like I'm forgetting somebody, so I'm gonna say shout out to all you guys. Alright, it's your boy Dog Man, and I'm out.